All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're going to do a reaction to a Scap Attack video. This one's called Bronny James Follows in Daddy's Footsteps. I'm going to give him a like over there. Now, this is probably, I'm pretty sure, is going to be in regards to Bronny James announcing that he's going to the NBA draft, which is ridiculous. I'm sure Scap will show us the stats and all the things we need to know, but this is absolutely ridiculous, and I'm under the impression he's just doing this to please his narcissistic dad so his dad can play one season with him and then retire. But anyways, guys, check out Scap Attack if you haven't. Link to the original video is going to be in the description below, and let's check this out together. Here we go.
Well, Bronny James is doing it, just as his daddy has done multiple times in the past. He is taking his talents to, well, we don't quite know yet, but what we do know is he is seemingly leaving USC. Because according to Lebron, USC just wasn't winners, and Bronny wants to play with winners.
Wait a second. Is that a real quote?
And while that should then eliminate the possibility of Bronny teaming with dearest daddy, who famously was a big loser in 6 of his 10 NBA Finals appearances,
that's a failing grade. That's a failing grade.
That such pairing does seem to be on the potential list of possibilities as well for Bronny next season. As Bronny hasn't just entered the transfer portal, he has also declared for the 2024 NBA draft while maintaining his collegiate eligibility. And now Bronny will go through the draft process next month, meeting with teams and receiving feedback before his ultimate decision must be made on May 31st as to whether he will remain in the draft. And it is unclear as to just what kind of feedback Bronny might need to receive, as the 6'3" guard averaged just 4.8 points.
Jesus. Yeah, it's about as bad as I thought. And listen, before this video goes any further, I just want it to be known, I'm not dissing Bronny. I got no beef with Bronny. My personal opinion is he needs at least a couple more years in college. He could be a hell of a player. We don't know. But him being pushed to go to the NBA by his dad, like, okay, so say he goes to the Lakers pick him. LeBron gets to live out his dream and play 1 year with his son. Look at these numbers. He's not ready. He is not ready. So Bron gets to live out his dreams and then retire and sail away into the sunset. What happens to his son? Because I'm pretty sure his NBA career is going to be over before it begins. Like, he'll get one season, he'll get some garbage time minutes, and that's about it. And then his career might be over from there. You know, they're going to send him to the G League. So, yeah, that's my opinion on it. I got no beef with Bronny. It would be my suggestion to him to say, hey, Dad, I'm not ready. So I got to stay in college for a little longer. But I don't see it playing out that way. And the Lakers or somebody will pick him because that means they get to have stupid LeBron on their team and the freaking Bron circus. Anyways, yeah, this whole thing kind of pisses me off. Not going to lie. This whole thing pisses me off. This is a young kid right here. His whole future ahead of him. Bron's on his way out. Like, it's a real selfish move.
2.8 rebounds and 2.1 assists per game for USC this season. He was just the 8th leading scorer on the team this year, a team that finished only 15-18 and was 9th in their conference for the season, and the Pac-12 had a down year, sending only 4 teams to the NCAA tournament. So Bronny didn't even average 5 points per game for a bad college team, yet he is ready all of a sudden to make the jump to the NBA?
Yeah, he's
of course he isn't. But
he looked more ready in high school than he does now, just because of the competition that he's playing against. He's so not ready, man.
None of that matters now, as LeBron and Bronny are a package deal. And LeBron has been talking about the possibility of teaming with Bronny at the NBA level since his son was in the 7th grade. No pressure, kid.
No pressure.
And he recently this season posted a tweet before later deleting it about Bronny being better than several NBA players are right now.
I remember that. It's so ridiculous. I don't know. I'm so dumbfounded by this whole thing. I can't believe this is reality.
Oh, and in 2022, LeBron went on record with Jason Lloyd of The Athletic saying, quote, "My last year will be played with my son. Wherever Bronny is at, that's where I'll be.
Yep.
I would do whatever it takes to play with my son for 1 year."
It's so ridiculous, man. So yeah, I'm pausing it here because that just clarifies the whole intention. Like, he's been desperately wanting to do this for years now, to play with his son on his final season. And it's looking like next year might be LeBron's final season. If there's one positive that can come out of this whole thing, poor Bronny, I feel bad for him, but LeBron might actually freaking retire. And we might finally get rid of this freaking clown.
Now, what would be best for Bronny, clearly, is to stay in college for at least 1 more year, as he has recently been removed from the ESPN mock draft for 2024 and added into the 2025 draft as a 39th pick. Yes, according to ESPN's draft experts, Bronny wouldn't even have legitimate first-round NBA value even after next season. And while Bronny has entered the transfer portal, USC head coach Andy Enfield has, in what amounts to a somewhat surprising move, left the school to take the SMU job, while USC has named Eric Musselman as the next...
Musselman? Sorry, man. That's a badass name, man. My name's Eric Musselman.
headman. And Musselman has had numerous stints in the NBA, including as the head coach of the Warriors and Kings in the early 2000s.
Oh, I
and
didn't know that.
Seems like a pretty good place for Bronny to work on his game and prepare himself for the next level. A decision that would no doubt give Bronny the best chance of not merely making an NBA roster, but actually staying in the NBA. But who cares? LeBron wants to play with his son.
Yeah.
And while there will be...
That's how you know LeBron's still a child. He's supposed to be thinking what's best for his kid. If he was like a decent father, that is. He'd be thinking, what's best for my child? I know I have these aspirations, but it might not be good for my son. And I want him to have a good career. Nope, LeBron's still a child. I want to play with my son, so I'm going to play with my son. End of story. Can't think of anything else.
Plenty of speculation as to what teams might be able to snag Bronny in the draft and ensnare LeBron into taking his talents to his next NBA franchise. There is no doubt that Clutch will be driving the decision. LeBron's agency, longtime LeBron confidant Rich Paul's agency, who has amassed an immense amount of power and influence around the league, will determine where Bronny is going to be selected.
I'm going to call it right here. Or not call it, but I'm going to predict it right here. The Lakers are going to pick him. They won't get a lottery pick or anything like that, so it works in their favor. They'll pick him whatever draft pick they get. They'll pick him first, and that'll be their thank you to LeBron for whatever, a championship, and also they'll know that it's over after this, so they'll make LeBron happy for 1 year, and then LeBron will go away finally after one more season, and it'll be all over. And the reason I don't think anybody else is going to pick him up is because this isn't 3 or 4 years ago. I don't think any of these teams actually want LeBron anymore. So if that means, say if, I don't know who's going to come before them, like Portland picks him up and they pick up Bronny, I don't think Portland wants LeBron to come around and fuck their team up. So I think it's going to go to the Lakers. Let me know down below what your take is. Who do you think is going to pick Bronny? Because that's where LeBron's going to end up. I'd like to say in a fair world, Bronny wouldn't get picked by anybody, but it's going to happen because that's the power of stupid Lebowko. So anyways, let me know what your prediction is. My prediction is the freaking Lakers, and then the family doesn't have to move for 1 more year.
and more than likely, no team will stand in their way. And the most obvious and likely destination will be that of the Lakers, as James has made it pretty clear as recently as the trade deadline earlier this season that he is happy with the Lakers and content with continuing their little partnership. And I mean, why wouldn't he be? They have Anthony Davis,
Oh, yeah.
who when healthy and actually on the court, is an undeniable top 10 full-court player league-wide. In addition to that, the Lakers are stock full of an assortment of championship-caliber role players.
Yep.
And the Lakers are willing to have their franchise hijacked by LeBron, to acquiesce to his every whim.
Dude, the Lakers are so stacked right now. It drives me nuts. Kobe or MJ would lead this team to a championship. Easily. Kobe and MJ, they've never had a team this good. And LeBron has a team this good, and he barely make the play-in tournament. It's pathetic.
Such as drafting his son, who is averaging 4.8 points per game on a bad college team. But all of this does make perfect sense. LeBron James, the poster child of this entitled, petulant era of NBA basketball. And nothing screams entitlement more than some good old-fashioned nepotism. Bronny will be taking the roster slot of a much more deserving player, and he will be bringing the Lakers absolutely nowhere closer to being championship ready. But who cares about any of that? All that really matters here is what the self-proclaimed king wants, and his pathetic little franchise that is inept enough to make it all happen.
Matt, yeah, if LeBron had any honor for his child, he would. Honestly, this would work out perfectly. He can finish out this year. I think he wants to play one more year and then retire. And then his son might come into the league. But honestly, if that was the case, his son wouldn't get picked. Because the only reason anyone is going to pick Bronny is so LeBron comes around, and he plays at that team too. So there's just zero honor in this because it's that whole entitlement and just all that jargon crap going on, because he's teaching his son the same thing. You don't even have to earn it. You're in the James family. You don't even have to earn it. They'll just pick you because I'm famous, so they're gonna take you. Like, what does that teach your kid? I'm worried about Bronny's future, to tell you the truth. I know I hate on his dad a lot, but I don't, the son is just a victim in all this. So I don't think it's teaching his son the right ways. I think it's unfair to someone else, because somebody else should be getting drafted. And then I don't think it's fair because he's definitely going to get a couple minutes on the floor for the Lakers or whatever team he plays for. So Bronny's going to be taking the slot of somebody who actually deserves it. It's all disgusting. The whole thing is a shit show, disgusting to me. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. I know this wasn't the most fun video, but this one pisses me off. As a man, it pisses me off because I would never do something like this to an offspring of mine. I would never do this. It's disgusting. It's selfish. But anyways, thank you for watching. As always, go check out Scap's channel if you haven't already. Link to the videos in the description down below. Shoot me a like. It would really help the video perform. And comment down below what your take is. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow in the next video. And peace out.